2020. 6 hours. Elizabeth. It was 6 in the morning on a Sunday, meaning I just woke up from a deep sleep. My eyes were still drained from finding Pearl the day before, but if it wasn't for me, she would have still been out there somewhere. Know it all. Yeah, so don't be too hard on yourself. I walked over to her and Pear to see her eating her breakfast and Pear cleaning. Man, they wake up early, don't they? When members do that, how pathetic. In truth, though, I usually woke up earlier on weekdays, so they were used to me like that. Anyway, after a scrumptious breakfast I made by myself and the rest of the morning routine, it was time to study. At 7, I checked Pearl to see whether or not she was eating more, and I was right. She was. Maybe yesterday we took too long to find her, and she's catching up on her meal now? At 8, it was my watching YouTube time, so there was no way after this she'd be eating in that same position. Ha ha ha, I laughed as I watched Karma get to the bully. Blue flew over and laughed with me. Oh, hi there, tell me, is Pearl eating? Yeah! He raised his head. Great. Let me make sure for myself. I walked over to her and yep, there she was. I studied some more and stretched as the clock ticked 9. Exact outcome. 3 hours passed, yet she's still eating? I don't think I put that much food into one bowl, or perhaps she's a slow eater? I was beginning to get impatient, so I let Pear out his boyfriend and planned on training them. Bluey flew onto my hand, wanting to be first. Okay, Bluey, here's a piece of Miller for doing so. Let's recall train. I hid the Miller so it made it more difficult for him since he advanced the levels quickly. He still did it. You're unbeatable. Thank you, he replied, bobbing his head twice. I walked backwards a few steps, but he still achieved it. It took some time, that's all. I repeated it a few more times to fully restore in his long-term memory, as it could be important later on. Many bird owners recommended this. I gave him a third of a long millet stick with 3 pieces of lettuce for his hard work. Next up was Pear. With him on the floor with Pearl that day, I wanted him to remember what it was like to walk toward me. I clapped my hands while saying Bear Bear, his nickname. But when he said it back and charged at me, causing me to scream and run all the way upstairs, I knew something was wrong. Is he being hormonal? I'm sorry for everything I did to you. He ran at my feet with his beak larger than his face. Oh shoot, I'm done for. I ran around the house with Bluey on my head for however long I could manage, and it was an hour before lunchtime. That also took 2 hours? Okay, but there's no way Pearl could be eating still right now. To my disappointment, she was. I helped my mom cut some vegetables to cook and eat, and afterwards I saw Pearl change her position to the other food bowl, Pear's. However, my dad was about to open the door that led to the backyard, but Bluey was still out and about. Wait, let me put Bluey in and then you can go. That wasn't me. It was my paranoia. He listened and went out there once my job was complete. He stood and ate there for another hour and then finally proceeded to preen herself. 6 hours of eating. Bluey. Although I wasn't in the same cage as Pearl, I could see her eating for such a long time that I even grew tired of it. She would be considered crazy. Ha ha ha. What's going on? I flew over to Elizabeth watching videos and copied her. That's what good birds do. When Elizabeth pushed her seat back and walked from her computer, I flew to my cage, still knowing that Pearl continued eating. Okay, Bluey, here's a piece of millet for doing so. Let's recall train. Even though she put the millet back into its bag, I didn't need it to lure me. You're unbeatable. Thank you. For me, this was as easy as after I flew away that one time, I needed to stay close to Elizabeth, especially after that black and white warbler told me that I should feel appreciated. I have been moved to such a caring home. I didn't want it to ever happen ever again. After all, she deserved this love, especially from her past with no hearing her voice. I carried and imitated her voice to hopefully let her know she was at last heard. It dawned on me when no one else took action. Really, how hard is it to listen? Pear then charged at Elizabeth like he was mad. Stop it, you're scaring the heck out of her. No, she's breaking the rule Pearl and I created. Wait, let me put Bluey in and then you can go, Elizabeth cut in. I was actually not going to fly away at all because I wasn't that close with her dad, my grandpa, but I couldn't blame anything on her. Anyway, Pearl stopped eating when it was the humans' lunchtime, which really baffled me. I was never that hungry after such a traumatic event, so this was out of hand. Pear, crunch, crunch, crunch. Who is eating this early? I opened my eyes to see Elizabeth just coming down the stairs, the scent of food traveling up my nose, but she was my girlfriend. Know-it-all. Therefore, you should let her eat. I did just that. Hey, so about the agreement, we should charge at them. Sure, after I eat. It'll take too long, I complained. I'll just do it myself when the time is right. Bluey finished his training session. By the looks of this, it was my turn. Bear, bear, Elizabeth called. I'll come, but differently. She proceeded charged to 100%. Stop it, you're scaring the heck out of her, Bluey cried. No, she's breaking the rule Pearl and I created. I ran with my beak as open as it could possibly go and ran to her feet. Every step mattered. Yay, go pair, go pair. I like my feet better though. After what seemed like hours of this activity, I checked back on Pearl to see she has been eating for so long. Did she ever stop? I stood at my bowl. But she bit me out. Hungry monster, eh? I'm dating one. Wait, let me put Bluey in and then you can go, Elizabeth said as her dad laid his hand on the doorknob. Well, the good news is that all three of us won't be able to fly out. Pearl, queen of millets and food. Yes, that's who I'm going to be today. I walked toward my food bowl to notice the humans refilled it. The freshest of vegetables and seasonings together, just like how Bluey liked it, stormed into the sky into a shape of meat. This could be his food, but who cares? It was in my cage anyway. Hey, so about the agreement, we should go charge at them. Sure, after I eat, I mumbled. It'll take too long. Time to chew open this ball of seasoned honey. Elizabeth joined the boys, so I suppose eating got me away from it. Jackpot! I finished the first bowl, but he was still there. Pear then charged at her, becoming a talented distraction, letting me do my part of moving to the other bowl. When Elizabeth's Dad, my grandpa, was about to open the door, Elizabeth added, Wait, let me put Bluey in, and then you can go. Oops, I crossed it out, didn't I? Know-it-all. Yep.